This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Hey man, you got the stuff? You got the stuff, right? You got those weapons, right? I need it badly. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Mass Effect. In the last episode, we saved the good Dr. Liara Tassoni after all this time. She was a bit hallucinating, but she seemed to be fine for the most part. But we'll go check out her before you leave. So before we get on to anything else, let's talk to the companions. Unfortunately, Tali has nothing more to say. Rex has nothing more to say because we talked to them outside of since they only need the Uncharted missions to talk, so they're done for the most part. The only people you can talk to now is Ashley, Kaiden, and Liara, and Joker has something to say. So let's talk to Ashley. If you've been playing things right, this should lock in Ashley's romance path.
There's a reason for everything that happened, Shepard, even if you don't understand it at the time. What you did on Torfin, it was a hard call, but it gave you the strength you needed on this mission. And that got you here, commanding the finest tin can in the Alliance fleet. This is exactly where the galaxy needs you to be. No pressure.
No pressure indeed, Ashley. But yeah, this dialogue basically says, hey, we've locked into the romance path. So if for some reason you hadn't been talking to Liara enough, there is a point where you can't continue a romance with her because you hit a certain point. I think this happens in the other games as well, when you have like a no turning back point on this one. But yeah, Liara, if you were going after Liara, but you accidentally missed a conversation or didn't talk to her or whatever, as soon as this incident occurs, you can still talk to her. It's just it won't bring up the romance extra dialogue if you're trying to romance them or not. Obviously, especially if you have the scene after doing the second mission, a second critical mission after getting Liara happens, but I'll show that in another video. But I need you. What about you? Be serious, Ash. Yeah, what about you?
It's good to know where I stand with the galaxy. Where do I stand with you?
About a meter away, maybe 1.2 meters. Sorry, I'll be serious. I need time to think. We've been focused on the mission. When we're done, it'll be different, I swear. I hope you can wait.
Basically, that's the game's way of saying we'll have our scene after a certain event occurs, but there's no way to fail this. You can't like step out of the option, as far as I'm aware of. So as long as you need it, absolutely. I can barely hold my anticipation.
I'll just requisition myself some cold showers.
That's the spirit, Skipper. Keep a stiff upper... something. I'll warn you, though. I'm a Hellcat off the battlefield, too. Sleep tight, Shepard.
Yeah, damn, Ashley's getting a little feisty. She's wants this, but she knows that there's a job to do, and we can't do it right now. So, yeah, let's ask her about the mission.
Commander?
I almost forgot we could do that.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I believe her. Your family is right. We'll watch her with our one good eye.
I'm not sure I believe it either. It's better to have her where we can see her.
That makes sense. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Yeah, it's just something you do in those types of games. You destroy 1,000-year-old ruins with no rim or worry. So, yeah, the Alliance officer guy has. I think we've hit that point in the game where his inventory is now starting to not to replenish now. Because when you hit a certain level in the game, originally it was level 50. When I talked about how merchants will have finite gear after a certain point because you can't level or affect the numbers. I think we finally did it with the Alliance officer, so I can't. Or at least it's not replenishing certain gear, so we've probably hit that point. Because in the original game, the level cap was 50, but if you hit level 50 and then beat the game and play New Game Plus, then the level cap raises to 60. So for those of you who probably are playing and you're like, how come I'm 54 and I'm still at 50? I'm like, well, it's because I'm New Game Plusing this, so I get a few extra levels. So I don't know why I ran around over there. So hey, Kyle, what's up? I don't know why I didn't talk to her. That's not like anything different occurred. So, how do you feel about the mission, about saving the good doctor?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Well, I do like the bookish sort. I do like a nerdy girl, so, you know, the one with the glasses, it's all shy and like fumbles with stuff, that type of thing. So, do you? It's like, oh, I do. This Shepard isn't interested because we saved her for last. So, are you interested?
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
Just art appreciation. Yeah, don't you dare cuck me, Kaiden. We're not looking for that content. Anyway, how's things going?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the Thorian.
The Thorian? What are you talking about? Maybe I accidentally forgot. I could swear I talked to them after Pharos. Maybe I forgot to or something like that, but okay. Yeah, see. Yes, I'm too busy to talk. They can wait. Yeah, probably screw it.
All in triplicate, I'm sure. Did you want to see me?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
I'm trying to remember if I had this conversation earlier or recorded it. Maybe not. Huh. Well, anyway, you can't blame them. That's your training talking smug aliens. We'll show them.
It's up to the Alliance to take its proper place. Even if we have to kick its ass to convince it to kick theirs.
We're out here trying to save everyone. We can worry about who's king after the dust settles.
We have to worry sometimes. What about Vernus? And whose side are you on, Kaiden?
You sound like you want the aliens dictating to us.
I don't think many of them even want to. A lot of people don't understand that. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. But it was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
Well, yeah. What happened? He finally got you? Well, at least you got it.
I'm glad to hear the bastard got what he deserved.
He didn't deserve... He hurt a girl. Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed. You know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do. Just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue Talon. Right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. But at 17, that's something.
So you're trying to, I don't know what to say, man up or whatever, and try to protect your girl. I assume he just said girl. Actually, if you play FemShep, he and you ask him to go in more detail, he talks about a girl that was with him. He even gives her a name and everything like that. I think you could still you might be able to still get that name as male Shep, but the choices I made me ignore some of his stuff just for playing pure renegade. So sounds like quite a jolt. It's impressive. Yeah, good you killed that alien.
Like I said, he deserved it.
It killed him, Shepard. Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Man, that's a big deal for you. Killing that guy completely destroyed the project, so, well, at least it got you to be a good biotic, like I guess the point of him doing that was, so fair enough. Once again, we ask, whose side are you on? Do you?
I don't know. You don't seem angry about the Council strong-arming the Alliance.
Commander, I thought real hard about how to use my talents. When I swore the oath to defend the Alliance, it wasn't on a whim. If it comes down to it, I am a soldier. I have to believe that my superiors can tell our enemies from people who disagree with us. If the Alliance is missing its chance, it's because of men like Udina, not the rest of the galaxy holding us back. Of course, your opinion is the one that matters, Commander.
I let the renegade option. Quite a speech. Think what you want. Quietly. Damn right.
As long as you remember that, we'll do fine, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. I should return to my duties now. Commander?
Good. Anyway, no.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni.
Oh, that's right. We said that. I wonder if I can. Oh, let's see what he says when I say, "Oh, I do."
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
No cucking me. Do you have anything else?
Just trying to get a sense.
We're
of
all
her.
in for the duration. You can count on
Okay.
everyone to do their duty.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
It was kind of weird how he had to asked about the Thorian. I was like, that threw me off for a second. So, but yeah, Kai during his training killed the Turian to protect the girl. There is another line to. I think I did accidentally forget to talk to him after Pharos, because at this point I'm supposed to have another set of dialogue about the what happened after. Well, actually, no. Maybe that's part of the romance with FemShep, because you find out about the girl, and then as your FemShep, obviously you get to know him a bit more and his interest in you. I might talk more about that when I show off the romance, just dialogue. I'll probably skip Ashley's because I already showed that, but Liara and Kaiden have been kind of sorely been ignored throughout this campaign.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried. Are you okay? Hell no.
I just want to talk.
Of course. I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Well, I am Shepard. I just kind of show up at the right time, except I waited a really long time to help you, so I'm not even sure how you're still alive at this point. Don't mention it, you're welcome. Just part of the mission, ma'am.
I had to save you. You can help me stop Saren.
I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Really, all we did was save you. Well, I guess, appreciation on that. I know, goodbye. We'll see.
Promises are easy to make, but hard to keep.
I do not begrudge you your suspicions. I just hope in time you will come to trust me.
Yeah, well, now we finally get to ask her about Benezia and her culture. The only sad thing is there's not really any dialogue about asking her about, after Benezia died. I guess it's just assumed there's like a certain code when it hits a point. It's just like, okay, she's just talking normal. Like the Benezia question, I think there is some slightly different dialogue, I think, if you talk to her before Benezia is killed. But yeah, if you talk to her after Benezia is killed and you rescue her, there's really not much to say after that, but...
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful, and now she is gone.
Well, she's gone. Well, she said she didn't see a light, so she's basically gone forever into the great nothingness, I guess. Yeah, she just talks about how she's dead now, but there's no like, oh, I wish I was there or whatever. I don't know. I guess I expect too much from it. Yeah, it's kind of weird how she says that when you first talk to her. She's like, even if she's like, if you haven't killed Benezia, she's like, I don't even know. We haven't talked in years, and now she's like, oh, I'll remember how she lived. I'm like, she seemed neglectful of you, but then again, you are however old you are, so I think maybe you got a chip on your shoulder. Anyway, Asari culture.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Rumors, you say? Ooh, I hope they're juicy rumors.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
So you can sleep with anything? Alright. Except they don't really sleep with them as you and I intend to. What are you, like frogs or something like that? You can just switch? Nah, they just do. They're... How's that even possible? That's disgusting! Gross!
So you'll have sex with anything?
Now you see how rumors get started. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
But yeah, basically, yeah, the Asari are all, I guess, quote-unquote women in this game. So, yeah, no male or female, and, reproduce with anyone, and woohoo, adult, fan art everywhere, man. What about the other parent?
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
And I think they discussed it earlier about how long they live, man. It was like, man, I wonder if you're like, how would it be to be one of those Asari that have multiple partners over your lifetime? You can live like over 1,000 years. That's like, and depending on which species, like you romance, you could have like, quite a few partners over the day. Although I think they talk about it, but most of them don't choose very many because, how like heartbreaking that would be to like have so many partners and then they die from old age. It's like, I don't know, man. What about the age difference?
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Yeah, this whole conversation sounds like some cheesy Valentine's Day card.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Oh, well, what's wrong with that? That sounds a bit weird. I do like Liara's design. If you can even tell in her picture, she's got freckles under her cheeks, which just makes her even more cute. I could see why she's. I think if I'm correct, I could be wrong, but I think technically Liara is considered the canon romance for Shepard, whether it be femme Shep or male Shep, just because of how integral her. Well, I don't know if I'd say integral. How big her part is in the games overall. And I think she's one of the only characters that has a graphic novel. Well, yeah, I don't know if I'd say graphic novel, more like a big comic book based on her. But maybe I'll talk about that in the second game or something like that. So, you don't know who you can do that? Well, couldn't you? I mean, how else would the species have propagated?
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of like, I mean, I know it's not the exact same thing, but the whole, we need more traits for the species to continue, that actually reminds me of something from My Hero Academia. So that there's like some people that would, how was it, quirk, I forgot what they called it in the anime. I only watched the first season. I didn't watch anything past that, so I have no idea. But it was like something where they try to get the best traits or quirks from other families, so they would try to like pair up specific individuals and try to get them together. That's like the whole concept between one of the characters in the game. Or like when people try to, that happened a lot during the slave era, during the God, I forgot when that first started. Like some people would try to pair their slaves up with other slaves to try and get children that were faster, stronger, and all that other stuff. Yeah, some pretty messed up stuff if you ask me. So, but you don't know that. That's terrible. And then why'd she do it?
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
That makes sense. So, by the way, if you're curious who her father is, we actually do find out, but I don't want to say when, just to spoil it, although it's pretty obvious. So, oh yeah, I don't know why I closed that again. Oops.
I thought you always...
I guess I could have chosen the other option, although it really just leads you...
Venezia's partner was
That's
embarrassed by their
terrible.
union.
How could anyone abandon their own child?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part.
Okay, I think that's the same.
Venezia never spoke of...
Well,
Many
anyway,
Asari raised their children
we can
alone,
ask her about how
particularly
she's
if the
feeling,
father
but we had to
species
back
is
out of the
short-lived.
conversation because we went
Goodbye,
too
Commander.
far. So, anyway, yeah, we unlock some Asari Codex stuff, which reminds me I need to read some Codex stuff later. But yeah, it's under the Council races. But yeah, it talks about sorry, I think it's under biology or something like that. We'll do that later, maybe at the end of the episode or something.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Yeah, I guess I want to talk, even though I saved to save you for last.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You know, the weird thing about her design is, maybe it's because she works all the time, but her design looks like she has permanent bags under her eyes, like she hasn't slept very much. But then again, she did go through the incident she did, so maybe that's why. So, you must get lonely. Do you like it? Sounds boring.
You're right. That doesn't sound very interesting.
On occasion, I have run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumbled across small bands of privateers. That probably does not seem very exciting to someone like you. I guess seeking out history's lost secrets holds a special appeal for me. I would give a century of my life to discover a beacon like the one you found on Eden Prime. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
I'm don't try to study me, lady. I'm fascinating.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Wow, you really don't talk to people, lady, when you're talking about wanting to study me. Now, if you're, obviously we've already set our path with Liara, but if you're, or Liara, with Ashley, but if you were trying to romance Liara and you were talking to her first time after Artemis Tau on the first planet, if you, I believe, I think it's this one, negative, I'm not sure about the neutral one, but if you say don't try to study me, that pretty much shuts off any possible romance options with her after that, because obviously if you say I wasn't serious or relaxed, then you're just, you know how you, like, sometimes guys will just taunt a cute girl they like or just mess with them or whatever, so, but since we don't care, so don't try to study me, crazy lady.
I'm not some artifact you can take back to your lab, Doctor.
I am sorry, Commander. I did not mean it like that. I am used to dealing with computers and data disks. I am not very good with people. I let my professional curiosity get the better of me. Please forgive me. Let us talk about something else.
And, sorry, and that's
I
it.
should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
I mean, obviously there's more stuff, and yeah, there's another codex under her, like Prothean stuff or whatever gets on. I don't think Chocolate
Yes,
has anything to
Commander?
say to you.
Is
Nope.
there something
Okay.
you need?
I should go.
But yeah, if you
Goodbye.
tell her not to study her, that pretty much shuts off the romance, because you basically just go, hey, don't look at me like that, you creepy girl, you know, that type of thing. So, but yeah, since we are locked in Liara, it wouldn't have gone anywhere anyway, because she would have just gone to normal conversation after a bit. So, let's see. Okay, so let's talk to Joker really quick so we can see what dialogue he has for saving us from the fire and flames. Through fire and flames.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
You did something you're supposed to do all the time. That's not why I'm here. Just shut down this whole conversation. You sure you want that? Or earning medals is hard.
Saving my boots from burning lava is part of your job, Joker. We don't give medals to soldiers for doing their jobs.
That figures. Just get me a nice card and a cake. No coconut, though. I hate that crap. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I have to go.
All right, see you.
All right, see, yeah, no, the cake is a lie, Joker. There is no cake. So, all right. I don't think anyone else has anything to say. So,
Yes, Commander?
Yeah, you don't have anything new. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't, unfortunately. Oh, well. Even Joker at least gets something, so. Alright, so now that we're done with all... Okay. For some reason the galaxy map didn't want to pop up. Alright, now that all the companions are done, the only other thing to do is go back to the Citadel. Unfortunately, there's no missions or anything like that. We've already done every mission in the Citadel. We've done all the background plots. We've done background stories. We've done personality stories. You know, we helped the diplomat. We helped Kohoku, or Kahoku, whichever version that pops up. I think it is Kohoku, because that Kahaku only appears like once during like one thing, so that's probably a typo error. Really, the only thing to do here is get any random news reports if you care about that stuff, or talking to Odina and getting his input about saving Liara. In this case, there's no choices when talking to Odina this time. It's just straight up you talk to him and he tells you about the mission overall. Really, the only other reason for me to come here, as is to buy the last of the buy some more Spectre 10 gear, since the requisitions officer is no longer sporting it. But everyone's got the best weapons that they can, or the ones I care about anyway, so it's not a big deal that I've hit their store requirements and everything. So, I mean, if it really comes down to it, let's put Liara and Ashley. Let's just use them. See if we can get some. We'll probably most likely get a lot of news reports.
Equalizing interior
I may,
with exterior
this may be the final. Well, actually, technically, there's one more time to go to the Citadel. But after that, we do in-game stuff, and I don't know if I want to mess with doing the elevators and stuff like that. So I might make a bonus episode. Maybe I'll tack it on the end of this at some point, where I'll just do the rest of the elevator dialogue with all the characters, and just show all that off, so I don't have to worry about trying to unlock that stuff anymore. Oh yeah, I put Liara. I think she's in the mercenary gear, I believe. Oh yeah, Liara can use the same gear as humans.
Strange. The Geth are attacking, and everyone around here is still worried about ordinary business.
I find it comforting. The pain and joy of ordinary life. That is what we are fighting to protect.
So you're a hippie, huh? No. Yeah, the two ladies of the game, Ashley and Liara. I guess technically, probably if I had to choose, like in real life, the two different ladies, I'd probably realistically choose Liara over Ashley. But Ashley, I don't know, she's just got that fire, that realness about her. That it's kind of it's kind of different from other ladies. So I mean, obviously they're not real people, but you know what I mean, like what personalities you might like and enjoy out of a person. But I don't know. It kind of depends on my mood. But yeah, realistic would probably Liara, just because she kind of has a lot of those qualities that's more personable to me, while Ashley's kind of more that outgoing type, which is something you almost want to have yourself.
Show me what you've got. I'll open the rare stocks.
And you know what they say, opposites attract. So anyway, let's buy all the X gear. I don't really care about grinding for any of the rare equipment, because at this point my stuff's pretty good. That I don't, because like Ashley's got the best like physical gear I could get out of her. And I do have, like, I got a good drop on the Predator M gear. Although, if I could get a Predator L gear, which might happen randomly, I'll want that. Yeah, I want to keep that just in case if I want to swap out shields. But, like I said, it's not so different. That's a big deal. And then with Liara, if we can get a Predator L, if we can get a Predator L outfit or a Colossus L outfit, that'd be great. But if not, I'm not too worried about that. And we already got Savant 9 amp, so I mean, like I said, the only difference from a 9 to 10 is just a little bit so minor. It's not even that big of a deal. And I found a logic arrest tool from the Alliance officer, so I just bought that. If we do get a Savant, which there is a high guarantee of us being able to get it later from a specific mission, so I'll probably not worry about that till then. And then yeah, you could go to the if you're still trying to get some human or non-human armor, the jellyfish in the the Hanar in the financial district will have something, and the Moreland in the markets, you could possibly get the Geth Krogan armor or the pulse rifle if you really want. Okay, so we want to go to the embassies. Oh yeah, I guess I could have just gone elevators all the way there to unlock all the dialogue, but oh well. And then that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's no one. Oh, right. I need to go to Leah. I forgot to. I need to have Liara go to like different areas and get her like response because I didn't show that before. So, let's see if she says anything here.
This is truly magnificent. Most Prothean architecture I see is in ruins.
Is she talking about the Prothean architecture near the embassy or near the tower?
The sheer size of this place is overwhelming.
Oh, I think she's just talking about the Citadel in general.
Remarkable. Nature and technology combined in one elegant whole.
Oh, there's no, as far as I know, I didn't see any random NPC dialogue around here, like the guy with the trying to get his proof of purchase or whatever. He doesn't have any new dialogue, so I think we already solved it, which is the 3 different stories about him trying to find ways to get his the money back for his item, which we won't find out about the end of that till I think Mass Effect 3.
This is
okay.
Truly magnificent.
We had to either go to the Krogan statue or the picture of a relay in to get any more conversation topics out of her. Oh, and we also have to go to Flux's to get some dialogue option as well. All right, what are you yelling about now, Udina?
I heard what happened under the Artemis Tau cluster. The Council wasn't too happy about the destruction of those Prothean ruins.
This isn't a game, Ambassador. Shepard's out there trying to stop Saren from destroying the galaxy.
I know. Just try to be a little more careful. The Council's watching you, and we all get judged on how you behave.
Oh, and I don't think...
Yes, Commander?
Yeah, we all get judged. It's kind of weird you can still ask about Kahoku, but it doesn't add any new dialogue. It just says where can you find him. It's like, dude, he's dead, dude.
I should go. I'll be here if you need me.
But anyway, there is a line of... I think he has a line of dialogue for finishing Vermeer. But the thing is, after you finish all 4 critical planets, the next step of the journey occurs. So we won't be able to find out what Udina thinks about Vermeer. I might show like extra dialogue when we finish Vermeer about what he would say if I finish Vermeer before saving Liara, for example. I might keep a save. Let me see. Where's my save for... Okay, I guess I saved it there. I'll just remember how to keep this file for a while until I use it again. So, wait, no, it'd have to be right before it, wouldn't it? So it'd have to be this file right here. Keep it so because that's when when you go into Therum, you can't actually. What am I doing to go down there? I need to stay up on top because as soon as you land on Therum, you can't go back up. You can't lead the mission. You have to finish it. So it's kind of... Well, no, I guess it makes sense in the context of that story, but I think there is some NPC dialogue down over here about the 2 people talking. Oh, no, I don't think... Never mind, I don't think there is. I think we unlocked all the dialogue, which that dialogue wasn't really that interesting anyway. It's supposed to be just background, random background knowledge or something like that. I'll double check it again. Yeah, I didn't think so. And you can't... Yeah, for whatever reason, you can't go back to the escort to ask about that nightmare or the dream you had, but about being a monkey or whatever. Huh, monkey. All right, what do you have to say about this, Liara?
Remarkable.
No, that's not the question I wanted. Maybe she's closer.
Some want to see this Krogan monument removed, but it is important to remember our history, even if those memories make us uncomfortable.
Huh. That's very appropriate, Liara, for today's standards. Well, I don't want to go into details, but yeah, a lot of people, like right now, have this mentality of like we should just erase everything in the past and never remember it as in it's bad in the past. Never, let's just forget about it. It's like, dude, you know what happens to people who forget history, right? It's doomed to repeat itself. So I don't know. Let's just say that what she's saying there is very appropriate. Yeah, there's nothing to buy here. Not that I need anyway. Just if you need non-human armor, if you're trying to get the Colossus or gear or Predator gear for like for Rex or Garrus or possibly even Tali. But Tali's armor is so hard to get. I got pretty lucky that I got Colossus gear for Tali, although I did have to reload my file every time I was trying to get the merchant to reset. So I don't know. Maybe it would have been easier just because there is a mission to guarantee Well, I don't know if I'd say guarantee for sure, but there's a high chance of getting our armor by doing a specific mission, which we might start today depending on how the time is.
This statue shows how well the Protheans blended function and form. The mass relays were not only their greatest technological achievement, but also inspiration for beautiful works of art.
Oh.
The sheer size of this.
Yes. Let's see. Oh yeah, Liara has a thing for going inside the tower, so let's go and do that. And we'll just go through the elevator. Yeah, I could teleport there, but let's see if we can unlock any more dialogue or maybe some newscast reports or something. And we get a chance to stare at the hiney. Who wants to touch the hiney? Convenient Colossus armor coloring there, guys. Or not convenient, like obvious.
So, Liara, you've spent 50 years studying Prothean ruins and artifacts.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
I think you've spoken for scientists everywhere, Liara.
Yeah, if you say so. I'm actually surprised I'm kept getting character dialogue. I think last time when I did this off screen just to make sure I could get stuff working properly, I got newscasts the whole time, so it's just random, I guess. God, it's so bright in this world. Look at that. Alright, anyway, we can go to the council seat and see what Liara has to say about that. Yeah, it is kind of weird coming back to the Citadel and not having any missions to unlock or anything like that. But we did do quite a few. I probably should have spaced out my mission stuff a bit better, so that way there would have been always like a handful to do every time we every time we did a critical planet. But yeah, oh well. I thought I did an okay job divvying out what I did, but is that guy dead? Oh no, he's moving. I thought it was a dead keeper. Yeah, keep her away from me. There it is. Okay, what do you have to say, Liara?
Think of all the important decisions the Council has made right here. Trillions of lives hanging on their every word and deed. It's awe-inspiring.
And then yet they can't get past the red tape. Well, I mean, it makes sense. They don't want to make a impromptu decision that'll affect like trillions of lives, but still. Yeah, I guess that's the difference between how humans view it. Let's see. Flux has something we can do. I think that's it. I'm trying to recall if there's any other random lines of dialogue I can get outside of going through the elevator, of course. No, I think Flux is the only other one. Oh yeah, and I need to do Ashley's conversation again because last time it did, like it like a character talked, so it cut her dialogue. So I want to show it again. Oh yeah, the people here aren't talking, so I can talk to her just fine. So what's up, Ashley?
If we weren't on duty, I'd have to show you some of my dance moves, sir.
Oh, damn, that's hot. I'd like to see some Ashley dance moves. Definitely better than Shepard. Yeah, for some reason I thought in this game you could show Shepard dancing, but I guess not. It's not till the sequel, and oh, it is glorious, folks. And it doesn't matter if you're male or femme Shep, it's pretty much the same thing.
Why is the music in these places always so loud? It almost seems as if the people here want an excuse not to talk to each other.
Oh, well, I was about to say you're my spirit animal, because I find the music in places like these too loud, just because I don't like loud music like that, but never mind.
How could anyone live here? There are just so many people.
Oh, that's right. This is like for just the awards conversation.
Everyone here seems so busy, so rushed. I wonder if they are happy.
I don't know. The vids tell them they're happy, so I guess it's true.
I am not used to this kind of environment. Too much time working by myself, I suppose.
Yeah, probably like a quiet. I like myself. I like a quiet.
How could anyone live here?
Okay.
There are just so many.
Let's see. Does anyone have any different dialogue for Rita?
Hey, Jenna came back looking
we already
for
did
work.
that.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems
I sense that you are less than pleased with her return.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
Liara is kind of one of those people that almost like there's a kind of like Ashley. Ashley's more, soldier down to earth, so she has a way of speaking. But Liara's like the whole highfalutin. Well, I don't know if I'd say use big words, but you can tell her speech pattern is completely different from Ashley's. Not just being different species.
I'm waiting for someone else.
I think they're all the same.
Hey there,
okay.
welcome to Flex.
Nothing there. And then, oh no, I guess you can dance. Never mind. Okay. I didn't notice that. So let's watch viewers as the dance of the shepherd begins. It's glorious, isn't it, folks? Look at that, shaking all that he is. But yeah, he's using basically that Solarian's dance moves or similar to it. So yep, I think they make fun of it. If I remember correctly, it's kind of a running joke in the later games, like how Shepard can't really dance that well, or not much of a dancer or something like that. But yeah, I'm glad I could show it off. So okay, that's it pretty much, because I don't need to really buy anything anymore and all that. So yeah, let's go to C-Sec and back to the ship. I'm not sure if I want to start the. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think Core's... Oh, Core's Den, right. I forgot that has conversation bips. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, after that's pretty much in-game stuff. Because we'll do all the rest of the story, and then we'll go to Vauldemare. Although I might save... I was almost thinking about doing Pinnacle Station after the Asteroid 57 story, but I might save that for after Vauldemare, or even right before the final missions, just because it's a bit more isolated of a story. So you could just play it whenever, and I might just play it just before the final critical area of the game. So
everyone here seems so busy, so rushed. I wonder if they are happy.
Don't you have a conversation tick, Liara?
I am not used to this kind of environment. Too much time working by myself, I suppose.
That's
How could anyone live here? There are just...
Well, she's doing word conversation. Shouldn't she have like
Everyone here seems so busy, so rushed.
Interesting. Maybe I need to reload it again.
You think it's expensive to live here?
Huh? No, Ashley's now doing the regular one. Oh yeah, Harkin. Oh yeah, I need to show off some conversations with him. I might do that after I leave, because Harkin actually, I think I showed the conversation with Harkin. Harkin actually has a completely different conversation if you're FemShep, which I guess goes into his personality. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, I thought Liara had something to say about Flux. I guess not. Huh. Maybe she does, and for some reason, kind of like with Ashley, I didn't tick it. So maybe I did something wrong. Maybe because I loaded it, or I need to go to a completely different area and come back. So, well, anyway, let's go to. Let's see. I'm just making sure. I don't remember if there's anything other conversation ticks you can have. No. No. Okay. Yeah. Time to leave. That's pretty much it for the Citadel for the rest of the game. Because I've already got all the gear that I want. I don't want to mess with trying to randomize certain gear. I mean, I don't have all the upgrades and everything I want to maximize it, but actually, Liara should have something to say about C-Sec.
It was the Turians who first suggested creating a single organization to maintain order on the Citadel. Perhaps that is why more than half the force is Turian.
Yeah, they're military brats, huh?
Did you know Citadel Security is the largest multi-species law enforcement agency in Council space?
I think I showed that conversation taken in an earlier episode.
It was the Turians who first suggested.
Let's see. Yeah, no missions there. Okay, time to go. Yeah, let me.
That is why more than half the force is Turian.
Let's see. Well, I'm trying to think now. Yeah, let's go back to this. Let's just go back to the ship so I can save it, and then let me do
Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle and his cultists refused to surrender and were killed in the resulting firefight.
Yeah, it's different if you save him. They said he was brought in, and he's gonna get help, that type of thing, for what happened. But no, I did the murder. Actually, maybe I did show it in a other episode with like FemShep because I saved him there. Oh wait, no, yeah, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, we need to go back to the ship, get some codec readings, and then I'll show off the bonus. Since we're back at the, that'll be appropriate to show the bonus content with FemShep, which is just like what happens if you talk to him as FemShep instead of MaleShep. And like I said, usually in most cases, if you're male or female, there's just slight dialogue differences. Nothing too major, but in that case, it is quite different from from MaleShep by far. I mean, you still get the same info on it, but like some of the dialogue he says and the choices you get are completely different. So I do like it when certain characters have different choices, whether it be male or female, or what your background or personality and all that stuff is. So
logged.
Yeah, I need to figure it out at one point, like when I think maybe I will make it next episode, maybe the beginning of next episode or the end of next episode, where I do all the elevator dialogue, which basically will be me having a save, go out, get characters, go up and down the same elevator over and over and over again, and unlock all the dialogue, which won't actually take me that long, really. It's just tedious at the best. So, alright, let's do a couple of codex readings, and then I think and then show the femship stuff, and we'll call that the end of the episode. So, let's see. Let's see what ships and vehicles have. Space combat, planetary assaults. Planetary assaults are complicated if the target is a habitable garden world. The attackers cannot approach the defenders straight on. The Citadel conventions prohibit the use of large kinetic impactors against habitable worlds. In a straight-on attack, any misses plow through the planets behind the defending fleet. If the defenders position themselves between the attackers and the planet, they can fire at will while the attackers risk hitting the planet. Successful assaults on garden worlds hinge upon up-to-date intelligence. Attackers need to determine where the enemy's defenses are, so they may approach from an angle that allows them to fire with no danger of collateral damage. Note, this is not necessary for hostile worlds. Once control of orbit has been lost, defensive garrisons disperse into the wilderness. An enemy with orbital superiority can bomb surface forces with impunity. The best option for defenders is to hide and collect reconnaissance in anticipation of relief forces. Given the size of a planet, it is impractical to garrison entire conquered worlds. Fortunately, colonization efforts tend to focus on building up a dozen or fewer areas. Ground forces occupy the spaceports, industrial facilities, and major population centers. The wilderness is patrolled by unmanned aerial vehicles and satellite reconnaissance. If a defender unit is spotted, air mobile rapid deployment units and satellite artillery are used to pin down and destroy them. Destroy! Annihilate! Annihilate! Starship carriers. All races provide their fleets with organic fighter support. Cruisers fit a handful in the space between the interior pressure holes and exterior armor. Dreadnoughts have a hangar deck within the hull. Humans are only recently graduated from surface to space combat, where the first to build ships wielding fighters on the main armament. In fleet combat, carriers stay clear of battle, launching fighters bearing disruptor torpedoes. Fighters are the primary striking power of the ship. If a carrier enters mass acceleration range of the enemy, things have gone very wrong. It is possible to recover and rearm fighters during combat, though most carriers seal the flight deck and try to stay out of the way. The flight deck is essentially a corridor through the armor into the heart of the vessel. A single well-placed torpedo is enough to gut carrier. Alliance carriers are named after great leaders, artists, and intellectuals from human history. Oh boy! Starship crew considerations. Cabins give an individual 10 cubic meters of space. On larger vessels, private rooms are common. As ships get smaller, the number of crew packed in a single wardroom increases. Asari preferred shared spaces even on large vessels, while Krogan territorial instincts make it impossible for them to cohabitate even on the smallest ships. On smaller vessels, hot bunking is the norm. Crew members are assigned to different watches share the same bunk. When one gets off duty, he wakes up the person in the bunk. While that crewman is on duty, the first gets his rack time. Rack. Spacecraft compartments can be isolated by airtight doors in case of decompression. The cinematic vision of explosive decompression is fiction. Hold compartments either take enough damage that occupants are killed instantly or leak slowly enough that they are able to reach protective gear. Compartments are equipped with emergency life support apparatus, fireproof plastic bubbles with air bottles. Small when stowed, ELSA comfortably accommodates one individual inflated. Accommodated once individually inflated. Man, what's wrong with me today? Damage control procedures cut off ventilation to burning compartments without oxygen to consume. Fire dies in seconds. The compartment is repressurized afterwards for crew recovery. Mass effect fields create an artificial gravity, AGRAV, plane below the decks, preventing muscle atrophy and bone loss in 0G. And I was wondering how they got around that. Large vessels arrange their decks perpendicularly to the thrust axis. The highest decks are at the bow and the lowest at the engines. This allows AGRAV to work with the inertia effects of thrust. Ships that can land arrange their decks literally, so the crew can move about while the vessel is on the ground. Warships normally turn off their AGRAV systems during combat, reducing the heat generated by systems and increasing combat endurance to provide a point of reference for navigating 0G. Floors are painted a different color from the walls and ceiling. That makes sense. Okay, Starship Cruisers. Yeah, we can do that really quick. Cruisers-weight starships are the standard combat unit encountered away from large naval bases, the poor bloody infantry of most fleets. Nimble scouting frigates have neither the punch nor the stamina to stand up to serious combat, and the mighty dreadnoughts are a strategic resource carefully hoarded and committed to the most critical battles. Cruisers perform routine independence, show the flag patrols and settled systems, and lead flotillas of frigates in small engagements, such as the pirate suppression campaign and major fleet engagements. Cruiser squadrons support the dreadnought battle line by screening their flanks against enemy attempting to maneuver for a main gun bow shot from their vulnerable broadsides. Alliance cruisers are named after cities of Earth. Dreadnoughts. The dreadnought is an ultimate arbiter of space warfare. Millions of tons of metal, ceramic, and polymer dedicated to the projection of firepower against an enemy vessel of like ability. No sane commander would face a dreadnought with anything less than another dreadnought. A dreadnought's power lies in the length of its main gun. Dreadnoughts range from 800 meters to 1 kilometer long, with the main gun of commensurate length. An 800-meter mass accelerator is capable of accelerating 2 kilogram slug to a velocity of 283 kilometers per second every 2 seconds. Each slug has a kinetic energy of 38 kilotons of TNT, 3 times the energy released by the fission weapon that destroyed Hiroshima. I've noticed when people use TNT and damage, they like to reference Hiroshima a lot as like a point base or whatever, so... When used to bombard planets, some of this kinetic energy is lost due to atmospheric re-entry friction. As a rule of thumb, each Earth atmosphere air pressure saps approximately 20% of a projectile's impact energy. The Turian fleet presently has 37 dreadnoughts, the Asari 21 and the Solarian 16. Humanity has 6, with an additional hull under construction at Arcturus Station. Alliance's battleships are named for the mountains of Earth. Everest class, Everest, Fuji, Elbrus, Kilimanjaro class, Kilimanjaro, Taishan, Shasta, Anakaguya, under construction. God, the fighters one is long. Let's see. I'll do this one and then we'll call it, and then we'll show the extra dialogue with FemShep. Fighters are single-pilot combat small craft. They are lightweight enough that they can economically fitted with combat element 0 cores, making them capable of greater acceleration and sharper maneuvers than airships. Kinetic barrier shields changed starship battles from short, vicious bloodbaths to extended, indecisive slugging matches. Only the main gun of a dreadnought could punch a mass accelerator slug through the barriers of an opposing dreadnought. This changed with the development of the fighter-launched mass disruptor torpedo, a short-range weapon that can penetrate kinetic barriers to destroy their projector assemblies. Starship Guardian defenses, Guardian, may be overwhelmed through swarm tactics. Fighter groups can take heavy casualties, pressing their torpedo attacks home. Once fighter-launched torpedoes have crippled an enemy's barriers, the mass acceleration of a frigate and cruisers can make short work of them. Interceptors are a type of fighter, optimized to attack any fighters with no ability to damage starships. Interceptors are used to screen friendly units from incoming fighter attacks. Alright, let's show off the FemShep stuff here, and then we'll call it episode. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit short. It's because I kind of didn't want to start Asteroid 57, do a halfway mission. Not that I would be able to finish it in one go. I just thought it'd be good to just make that an episode or two and just make it isolated and nothing else. You know what I mean? Makes it easier, I think. Anyway, be more cinematic and all that. Anyway, yeah, we're back here at this is before we get the others in the group, and we're supposed to talk to Harkin. But yeah, let's see how he respects Shepard if we're a woman. Come on.
Hey there, sweetheart. You looking for some fun? Because I gotta say, that soldier get-up looks real good on that body of yours. Why don't you sit your sweet little ass down beside old Harkin? Have a drink. We'll see where this goes.
Harkin the womanizer. Yeah, if you're FemShep, he just treats you like a little pretty princess. Not right now, forget. And yeah, you get whole new dialogue from him outside of male ship when you talk to him. Not now, forget. You're disgusting.
I'd rather drink a cup of acid after chewing on a razor blade.
You trying to hurt my feelings? You gotta do better than that. After 20 years with C-Sec, I've been called every name in the book, princess.
It's kind of funny how when he starts talking like that, she puts her hands on her hips like about to get sassy. And yeah, you can cut to the bullshit and get straight to Garrus, or maybe you can help me. Don't call me that.
Call me princess again and you'll be picking your teeth up off the floor. Now tell me where Garrus is.
Okay, just relax. Garrus, you say? You must be one of Anderson's crew. Poor bastard still trying to bring Saren down, huh? I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first.
Okay, I think this is all the same.
Just tell me where Garrus is before.
It's just that beginning bit.
The captain screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course.
Yeah. Okay. No more.
Just tell me where Garrus went.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She runs the med clinic on the other side.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go.
Okay, but yeah, you get a little bit of extra dialogue if you Maybe you play as Fem Shep instead of that. So okay, I think we're good for good there for the episode. So try it being a little bit short, but like I said, I wanted to do the Bringing Down the Sky DLC separate. So yeah, in the next episode of oh yeah, they're just repeating that. So in the next episode of Mass Effect, we'll go back to our main file, and we'll finally deal with that asteroid that was supposed to hit that one planet like a long time ago, but apparently you can just like wait and play around until the asteroid falls and not have to worry about the consequences. Either that or the asteroid takes a really long time to drop. Anyway, so thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.